Good morning. I see one person. It might be Dave. Oh, there's two people, so it's more than Dave. Um, Good morning. Here we are. End of the week, Saturday. Um, Kind of a cold one. Hello, Dave. Um, Kind of not as windy though today, so the house isn't quite so cold. Um, but yeah, I've had it with the cold weather. I don't know. It hasn't even been that cold this year, but it's um, I think it's just the end of January, beginning of February is kind of a dreary time. There's not much going on. Um, the only thing coming upcoming is the Super Bowl, and I don't really care about that either. I don't know. Maybe you do, and if so, I hope that you enjoy it. But yeah, we have kind of a stretch between now and any sort of kind of memorable event, I think, which makes it a little hard, right? These little um, things are fun to look forward to. So I think I may have mentioned this before, but my husband um, found a website with like the national days. That's a whole thing. That there's a national cookie day and a national take your dog to work day, or all kinds of different things. And obviously, because there are more special interest groups than there are days of the year, um, most days have numerous um, things to choose from. So you can look that up online and subscribe to it, and they'll send you a little reminder, usually the day before, of what the day coming up is, which is kind of fun. So it can give you sort of a small thing to look forward to for the day or the week. I think today is National Croissant Day. My son was excited about that. He's a big fan. Um, I'm fairly indifferent to croissants, but I'm glad he's happy. So, all right. Well, let's just do some breathing, and then we'll move into asana. So maybe a good thing to say about that is finding something to look forward to every day is important, especially I think during these colder, longer days when literally by the time the sun goes down, you may be ready to go to bed. And if so, maybe you should just go to bed and get a fresh start the next day. But um, having something, a little something to look forward to um, every day or every week is, I think, helpful. So, sitting up, relax the shoulders. Make sure that the hips are right over, or I'm sorry, the shoulders are right over the hips. And we'll just breathe here. Let's just do even breathing. So, um, noticing the breath, trying to make the inhales about as long as the exhales, which sounds pretty easy. But what you may notice when you focus on the breath is that the tendency is to make the inhales. We focus on that deep inhale, and the exhale gets kind of lost on the way. You're already, before you're even halfway done with the exhale, you're already thinking about the inhale, right? So let's instead try to focus on both inhales and exhales. And for even breathing, I try to do like a count of 6 or maybe a count of 4. 6 seems a bit too much. See what works for you. Really depends, I think, a lot on how fast you count, right? If you're a faster counter, you're probably going to be more comfortable with 6, but maybe 4 will work for you better. And then finishing up, we're just moving back to natural breath. And we're going to drop the chin down toward the chest. Moving your head around. Make a big circle. One way and then the other. Back to center, lean forward here. And then we're moving around. One way and then the other. Back up to your seat, arms wide. Take a deep breath and then exhale, hands together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Interlace the fingers, lift the hands, gaze up. And then arms down by your side. Inhale, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Once more, lifting up. Right hand by your side, reach across with the left. And then switch sides. Let's lift the shoulders, roll back. And forward. Goalpost arms. Take a breath. Twist to the right. Back to center, and then moving to the left. Back to center. Bring the arms out in front. And then hands behind, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Gaze up. And then back to your seat. Moving into tabletop. We're going to sit back on the heels. Back up to tabletop. A few sets of cat-cow. Lifting the head over the belly. And then reverse that. Back on the heels. Again, maybe bring the knees a little wider. Coming back up. Tabletop to downward dog. And step the feet up. We're going to fold for a few breaths. Then rising up slowly. Stand tall, breath in and breath out. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot steps back. Drop the knee. Arms overhead. Hands to the mat. Stepping back. Downward dog. Inhale, high plank. And lower. On an inhale, we're lifting up, head and chest. And lower. Inhale, lift. Lower. Once more. Lifting up. And lower. Moving back up. You can go tabletop to downward dog, or you can do upward dog, downward dog. Take one more breath. Then right foot steps up. Drop the left knee. Arms lift. And then hands to the mat. Step the back foot up and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift high. Back to mountain. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot steps back. Drop the knee. Arms lift. Hands down to the mat. Stepping back. Downward dog. Inhale, holding to high plank. And then lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. Lift. lower. One more, lifting. And lower. Making your way back up. One more breath, then left foot steps up. Arms overhead. And hands back to the mat. Step up with the back foot and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Lift. Arms high. Back to mountain. Breath in and breath out. Inhale. Wait a minute. My mat has moved. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping back with the left. Press down with the feet to rise up. Warrior one. Take a breath here and then move. Warrior two. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale, we're going to flip that right palm, lift it high. Left arm by your side. And then bring that right arm down. We can rest it here. Pull. Left shoulder back, left arm lifts. Back up. Take a breath. And then drop the hands, straighten the knee, turn your foot. Facing the side of the mat. Take a deep breath. Lean forward. Hands back to the waist, rise up. Use that strength in the legs. Take a breath. If you feel lightheaded, of course, hands up over the head. And we're going to turn to face the front of the mat. Right leg out, left leg back. Interlace the fingers. Squeeze back with the shoulders. Take a deep breath. And fold. Rising up. Step off that back foot. Arms overhead. Back to mountain. Breath in. And breath out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot steps back. And we're rising up. Warrior one. Moving then, warrior two. Inhale, flip that left hand, lift it up, right arm by your side. And then lowering the left arm, right arm lifts. You can bring that hand down too if you want. And then back up. Warrior two. Hands down by your side, straighten the knee, and turn the foot. So we're facing side mat again. Take a deep breath. We'll have the hands here, and then we're going to just slide them back. Trying to squeeze the shoulders back, elbows back, deep breath. Fold forward. And we're back up. Release the hands. Let's bring them up over the head. Maybe interlace the fingers and flip them. And then hands down by the side. Let's walk the feet in. Shoulder width or so for your squat. Hands together. Take a breath. Bend the knees. Lowering down. And back up. Release the hands, turn. So we're facing the front with the left leg out, right leg behind. Draw the shoulders back. Deep breath. And fold. Rising up. Back foot steps up, arms overhead. And back to mountain. Breath in, breath out. And let's do a couple balance here. So let's start by lifting up the right leg. So we're coming from mountain. We're just going to lift up the right leg. The knee is about the height of the hip. Foot is flexed, nice and strong. Standing leg and lifted leg. Feel everything kind of squeezing toward the center. Try to have that steady gaze. Eye level or higher. And as always, if this is out of reach, you can just touch the toe and then, experiment lifting up the toe. Bring the foot down, switch. And bicycle the legs. Let's step out into Warrior 3. So we got a little space in front of us. Take a breath. And we're going to step out with the left. Just a small step, just enough to shift your balance into that left side. Lift a little, lift a lot. Your call. You might be on the mat, but you might also find that the mat is tips you a little with your balance, especially if you have a thicker mat. So you might try stepping off the mat, see if that works better for you. And then just set the foot down. We will work on the other side. Take a breath, step out with the right, and lifting. See how this side does. And then bring that foot down. Bicycle the legs. And let's bring the arms up overhead. Maybe lean back a little. Hands back by your side. Breath in and breath out. And then let's come on down to a seat on the mat. Soles of the feet together, knees apart, take a deep breath, and then we're leaning forward. So you may not feel like you're going very far at all, right? Some days things feel tight. That's okay. When we're consistently working to the edge of our range, right? The soft edge, not the hard edge. You'll notice it different from time to time, right? It's okay. And maybe even different from when you start. So if we hold this for a little bit, you may see that you can move a little bit more. The body relaxes. When we first get into that position, your body is like a little tense. It's not sure what you have planned, right? But once the body feels comfortable, like, oh, all right, there's nothing crazy is going on here, you might have a little more room. Coming back up, let's bring the left leg under, so we've got the knee pointing straight ahead. Cross that right leg over top, trying to get those knees as close to one on top of the other as possible. Take a deep breath and fold. going to switch it around. So now the right leg is under, left leg on top. Take a breath and fold. And then both legs out in front. Take a deep breath, fold forward. Coming back up, let's point and flex the feet. Rotate the ankles. One way and the other. And then bend the knees and lower down onto your back. Take a couple of breaths here. Get everything relaxed and comfortable. And then we're going to bring right ankle on top of the left knee. You might be bringing that left leg in, or if not, left foot stays on the floor and we just press the right knee away from the body. Set the foot down. Switch around here. And then set both feet down. Let's walk the feet to the outer edges of the mat. The knees bump together and just relax here for a few breaths. And then setting up for bridge. We're going to do one regular bridge and then one supported bridge. So heels back, close to the body, hands by your side. Press down, hands and feet, lifting up. Then lower down. Find your block if you've got one. And resting on the block. Do whatever feels good today. You could bring the knees in or extend the legs high, your choice. And then lifting back up. Remove your block. Resting on the mat, soles of the feet together, knees apart. Relax for a few breaths. Hands could be on your belly or overhead. Lots of choices here. And then let's bring the knees to center. We're going to hug them in to the chest, rock a little side to side. Then hands out to a T or goalpost arms, lowering both knees, right? Back to center, and then moving the knees to the left. Back to center, extend the legs. Hands are by your side, and when you're ready, you can lower down however you like. And then just be comfortable here. Finding Shavasana. So just keep breathing, relaxing, letting go of thoughts that may come up, keeping our attention in the present. So, in this time, it can feel a little weird to try to plan things, right? So, we talk about looking ahead and looking forward to things. Um, Sometimes we associate that with like sort of long-term plans or like a vacation or something that you've really spent a lot of time planning. But I'm not really talking about that, right? Because um, as any yogi will tell you, plans change, right? Things change. Putting a lot of our faith into some future event is probably a waste of energy, at least, and a real potential for future letdown at the worst, right? How about something more immediate? How about something today? Something that you could do nice for yourself, that you can look forward to. Maybe make yourself a nice lunch, or take a bath if you like baths, or take a walk, or watch something that you really love on TV. Every day we have these opportunities to take a moment to do something enjoyable. Um, we often don't think of it that way. It's just part of our routine, right? And we might not really recognize it for what it is. But truly, it's a real pleasure to be able to take just a little bit of time and do something that you really enjoy. Um, that is, to me, one of the great things about a lot of people working from home is that um, they feel the freedom maybe to do that a little more than they certainly would have been able to at work, right? At work, your days are very structured and your environment is structured, and it's hard maybe to take that time away. I know they always say like, "Well, just go take a walk at lunch or do this or with that." It's hard to do that, when you're surrounded by coworkers doing their thing and to just pick up and go. So maybe being at home is easier to do that. But it takes a little shift, right? A little shift in your thinking. Um, Maybe those little happinesses, those little things to look forward to, don't have to be so elaborate. They don't have to be so complicated and so far off in the future. They could be right now, right here. Um, in our practice, we can look forward to certain things um, that we enjoy. We have to be a little careful with that because we don't want to fixate on just the things we enjoy and start to demonize those things that we find difficult. But it's certainly okay to look forward to Shavasana or something like that, right? Because that is a nice thing at the end of practice. When you're ready, moving a bit, getting back to movement and awareness, and then coming up to a seat. Let's bring hands together, breath in and breath out. Thank you for taking time this morning for yoga and for sharing it with me here. I hope you have a very good Saturday. Namaste. Great. Okay. Meditation. 5 minutes. Sitting comfortably, whatever that is for you. Nice and open. You just want to make sure you're not slouching in your chair, or if you're sitting upright, nice and open with the chest, plenty of room for air. Just taking a natural breath, finding that kind of relaxed state of mind. Focusing on the breath or on just some peaceful thing. back to awareness, and here we are. Okay, so yoga, meditation, there's your Saturday. I hope you have a good day and a good weekend, and I will be back on Monday.